well, not quite as bright and cheerful as it was with the first video that I shot. Just came up across School Hill, heading towards Union Terrace Gardens and Union Terrace. Not ridiculously quiet. In the last 5 minutes I've heard a minimum of 5 languages. 3 of them I actually understood. That's the theatre. I don't want to say the name of what it is. And of course the Central Library. And there we are. Have to get that shot in, despite the fact that the sign needs some work. And there's the spire. Off in the distance is Rose Mountain, or you're heading towards Rose Mountain. The Wallace statue. And just over there, just before the bus, is the Wallace statue bus stop. And yes, that is one I actually use quite frequently. There's genuinely people brave enough to be sitting outside today. I give them credit. But just to be fair, that's not necessarily me. Outside, the place where your favorite hot drink becomes cold in an instant. But I thought we'd do a slightly different take. I never usually walk this way. It's usually the other way. So I thought I'd do this a little bit. Actually heading back towards Union Street, the edge of where it's closed off. At some point, we'll get some vestige of spring. Maybe. What looks like a little bit of an attempt at budding. And as you can see, it is a little bit steady today. And there are people out enjoying the park. Can't say as I blame them. It is actually quite nice when there's no breeze blowing. Like everything else, the breeze changes everything. Oh, isn't it lovely? Just because there's not as many people here doesn't mean it's necessarily quiet. But this is actually set up fairly nicely to enjoy a nice day. We may not get a lot of them, but it's set up to enjoy it on those rare occasions when we do. Somehow I think I've taken this as a still a number of times to varying degrees. But one thing that you notice actually throughout the year here in Aberdeen is you will almost always see some buildings with scaffolding. With the amount of times that they get used. I'm sure whoever got into the scaffolding business is probably doing relatively well for themselves. It's the ultimate service. You take it, you set it up, you leave, they finish, you pull it down. I mean, unless you actually do work from the scaffolding, which is a different story. And there you go, a nice look back along Union Terrace Gardens. The terrace itself. And on the corner over there, that's where Union Terrace Garden becomes Bridge Street. And to the left, Union Street. It's still Saturday morning, so it's not that it's quiet. It's just that it's not ridiculously noisy. There are a reasonable number of people out today, but strangely enough, one thing's not here. Usually in front of the bank right here, there was protests protesting the occupation of Palestine. But when I get to the corner here, I'm gonna look across and call it a video. And there you go. That's it. And I'll see you in the next one.